Hi guys, it's your boy Kunle Halagan. In this week's episode of our usual weekly mystery video, I don't want to use the term Inkambe, that's the native language in Nigeria, where people say it's a mystery video in English. We have a shocking video for you, a shocking information, a shocking news to disseminate to everyone, especially those that lives in Nigeria, Africa, and particularly the rest of the world as well. So we have a video of, someone that was injected and, you know, eventually it turns out to be disastrous. So let's go straight to it. So there's this lady who everyone loves, so beautiful, pretty. She was even, like a chief bridesmaid in a wedding that everyone loves her beauty, and she went to school. She was ill, sick at school. For those that know Nigeria, this story is from Nigeria actually. There are some schools in Nigeria, we call them boarding school, where we have a student, they would go straight to the school. In secondary school, they stay there, they learn a lot in terms of studies, and they learn outside of that as well, living there, and at the end of the term, they come back home. We have some of those private, secondary schools in UK as well. So she went to that boarding school, and then she was ill, sick, and we understand that she was given an injection. Some people said it was actually an expired drug, but we understand from a reliable source that it was an injection that she was given. And after she was given, her parents were called, and she was uncomfortable with herself. She was feeling unwell. I'm talking of the parents here that are so wealthy. They are rich, stinkingly rich. I mean, so many properties, so many, properties that they people look up to the family around the church in the area where, this is a shocking situation that this family found themselves. And I'm sure a lot of people need to learn from this video. Very, very vital that we all learn lesson from this video. She was given this injection, and eventually she was uncomfortable. She could not move her body anymore. At some point, part of her body, started, paralyzing to the extent that they called the parents. They rushed her to the hospital. The hospitals rejected her. This is serious. She was so sick that she was paralyzed. Eventually, she was at some point bedridden. Come to think of it, she turned handicapped because of an injection that was given to her. The parents took her everywhere. Eventually, they sold the entire property, the finances. I mean, the entire finances of the family went into looking for a cure and paying for hospital bills to look after this lady, or this girl, I should say, because she was a girl at that time, very young, in secondary school. It's so sad. The parents sold everything they had to look after this child. And what we understand was that at some point, maggot was coming out from her body. Come to think of it, maggot coming out of her body due to an injection, or perhaps, as people said, maybe expired drug that she might have been given by a nurse in their school. This is sad. It got to a point the parents, quit their jobs to focus on looking after her, caring for her. They sent her to India at some point, that they found out that that injection has shifted her heart from, the left side to the right side. This is so sad. And now they've lost everything in the family. And this lady is now handicapped. She's paralyzed now. At some point, the parents were pleading for death for this young girl. They were pleading for death that she should be taken because they have expended the entire family's finances just to look after her, just to care about her, care for her, best care for her. They've spent everything they had. This is so sad. At the moment, she's still alive, but she is never the same again. She's older, not married, clearly handicapped, paralyzed, and just there. This is sad. What lesson can we learn from these guys? I was speaking to someone just yesterday, and she said, she called a nurse to her house in Nigeria, and eventually the nurse gave her an injection. And by the time the husband took the nurse to the bus stop, she was having her blood pressure skyrocketing to the maximum ever that she can ever think of. She was uncomfortable. She managed to grab her phone and she called the husband that she's not feeling well. The nurse had to come back and she had to take another painkiller, a number for the tablets before she could be able to sleep that night. What lesson can we learn from all of this? What lesson can we learn? The lesson here is that be extremely careful who you speak to administer all sort of treatment to you, like injection or tablets or all sort of, drugs that might be given to you. There are a number of things to consider. One, is that person qualified, health practitioner, practitioner like qualified like a doctor, a nurse to treat you. In Nigeria, people call anybody to their homes to treat them. Two, before anyone can be treated, especially in places like here in UK, you should diagnose that person first. You should go for a test. You should visit the hospital for medical checkup where possible to understand the sickness, the nature of the sickness, the nature of the illness before you start administering drugs, tablets, injection. You should know what you're treating. How can you see someone and you assume that, definitely this is the situation, and you just give a drug that could cripple that person forever, or injection that could cripple the person for the rest of their lives? This is suicidal. It's criminal. It is unjust, unacceptable, uncalled for, especially when you have truly practiced as a nurse or you're a doctor. You have been through every level of education to graduate and become, you practice what you're doing. You cannot see someone and assume, based on assumption, and treat that person. It could be a death sentence. We need to be very careful. Please be extremely careful, especially those in Nigeria, who you call, who you speak to when you're not feeling great, when you're not feeling fine with your body, your health. Be very careful. Be mindful of what you say to people and who you say it to, so that they do not just start giving you unnecessary treatment, injection, tablets that could impact you for the rest of your life. I hope this video has helped someone for this week. Please feel free to share this video with your loved ones. If you have not subscribed to K90 channel on YouTube, please kindly do so. Also, Please don't forget to follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Thank you so much for watching this video, and bye for now.